careful letters in French. So the French don't pronounce the ends of their words. We tend to use the letters just purely as kind of a decoration. They're there sometimes to form certain letter combinations that make a particular sound, and sometimes they're there for grammatical purposes, but they're very rarely actually pronounced. There are only 4 letters that we pronounce if they appear at the end of the word. Those are the letters C, R, F, and L. Any other letter in the entire alphabet that we see, if it shows up at the end of a French word, we're not going to pronounce it. This includes really common ones like the letter S or the letter E. We completely ignore them and pretend like they're not there. C, R, F, and L are often called the careful letters. There are 2 reasons for that. You're going to get into the habit very, very quickly of ignoring the last letters in your word. So whenever you see a C, R, F, or L, it takes being a little bit more careful to remember to pronounce them. They're also easy to remember because it's all of the consonants in the word careful. If we take out the vowels, the 4 letters that we have left, C, R, F, and L, are the 4 careful letters that we have to pronounce. Any other letter that we see should be ignored. We do not pronounce the ends of 99% of French words. So, should we pronounce the final letter of these words? So our first one, we have A-V-E-C. Our last letter is a C. So our careful letters are C, R, F, and L. So do we pronounce it? Of course we do. If our last letter is C, and C is one of our careful letters, that means we have to say it. In French, this word would be pronounced avec. A C at the end of a word tends to be pronounced like a K, avec. How about the next one, B-A-S? So our last letter is an S, and our careful letters are C, R, F, and L. Do we pronounce the S? No. S is not one of those 4 letters, C, R, F, L, so we ignore it. In French, we would pronounce this ba. Here's a tricky one. So cognates, words that are the same in both French and English. We have the French word for ticket. It ends in the letter T, so should we pronounce that T? No, it's not a careful letter. It's not a C, R, F, or L. In fact, ET is a letter combination. We pronounce this ticket. Okay, how about this next one? C-H-E-F. Yes, we have to pronounce this. C, R, F, and L are our careful letters. F is one of those, so we say chef. The next one, T-O-U-T. Nope, we don't say this. T is not a C, R, F, or L, so we just pronounce this tu. Here's another common one, P-O-U-R. Yes, we have to say this. R is a careful letter, C-R-F-L. So we would say pour. Okay, our next one, S-E-U-L. Yes, we have to pronounce this one as well. Remember, careful letters are C, R, F, and L. So we have sol. And then our last one, T-A-R-D. Nope, not a careful letter. We would say tar. So give your very best attempt to pronounce these next words. So we have P-L-U-S. How would you say that letter in French? What do you think? S is not a careful letter, so we would pronounce this plus. How about the next one, P-A-R-C? C is a careful letter, so we're going to pronounce it. We're going to pronounce it kind of like a K, so we're going to say park. How about the next one, J-U-S-T-E? E is not a careful letter, so we do not pronounce it. Juste. End with the T, juste. All right, number 4, G-R-A-N-D. How would you say that? D is not a careful letter, so we're going to say grand. All right, how about our next one, N-O-S? S is not a careful letter, so we're just going to say no. Here's a word that you might even hear because we use it in English, C-O-U-P. How do we pronounce this word? P is not a careful letter, so we're going to say coup. And finally, our last one, T-R-U-C. How would you pronounce that one? C is a careful letter. We're going to pronounce it kind of like a K, so we're going to say truc.